Hello guys, this is BenImparts here, back at you with episode 11 of the Cryptid cast series, where I discuss cryptids, their sightings, their details, and break down if they could be real or unreal. And today we have an absolute treat. We have one of the wonderful lumberjack cryptids we love, the Hidebehind. One of those cryptids that's told by lumberjacks around the fire while they're drinking beer, chilling out, having a good time and relaxing. If you like this series, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button and like the video. It helps me out a ton in the algorithm, and if you have any stories or suggestions, please leave them below. But what is the Hidebehind? According to the lore, the Hidebehind, from the old western lumberjack days when woodsmen were logging woods, gets its name from how it stalks its prey. There's a clue in the name, it hides behind things. What the Hidebehind would do is hide behind trees in the forest and conceal itself behind those trees. And when woodsmen were in the area, or travellers were in the area, or tourists were in the area, it would creep closer and closer and closer. Sometimes when people would turn round, they would catch sight of something behind a tree, but it would dart back just as quickly. And then, when it was close enough, it would dive upon the person, gouge out their stomach and intestines, and eat them. And assaults by the Hidebehind were so instant, so absolute, and so devastating that sometimes, even if the victim didn't die of the horrible injuries they sustained, they died of fright. And in fact, they were so instant and so devastating that we still to this day don't really know what the Hidebehind looks like. It's described as thin, wraith-like, and vaguely humanoid, and very slender. It could conceal himself behind big trees, small trees, thin trees, dead trees. It was almost like a shape-shifting spirit. It could, maybe indeed it was a shape-shifting spirit, mould its body based on what it was hiding behind. We could also guess that it probably had horrible, terrifying claws if it was able to rip and tear and gorge into people so instantly. So, how did people protect themselves against this Hidebehind? Allegedly, drinking alcohol helps. I'm serious. Apparently, according to some accounts, it hated the smell of alcohol. It loathed it. It detested it. Alcohol put it off. So lumberjacks drank alcohol to protect themselves when they thought they might be on the Hidebehind's hunting grounds, when they might be near a place where it lived, where a place they even suspected it lived, and that was their protection. Now, I'm going to read a section on the Hidebehind from Fearsome Critters by Henry H. Treon, a really great book that discusses cryptids, breaks them down, and goes over them in detail. The book claims it is a, quote, highly dangerous animal, but owing to its intense aversion to the odour of alcohol, never known to attack an inebriate. One bottle of Uno beer has proven to be a complete safeguard, even in thickly infested country. A biggish beast, standing about 6 feet and walking erect. The slender body makes it possible to hide completely behind the bole of a 10-inch tree. The pelt is long, thick and black, and the tail is carried recurved. It looks like a French sheepdog's. It's almost impossible to tell whether the critter is coming or going, and practically hopeless to locate its face, if any. The short, well-muscled forelegs are equipped with grizzly-like claws, exactly as we suspected. Its food is chiefly intestines. Leaping from its hiding place with a demonical laugh, it swiftly disembowels its victim with one swipe. Sometimes the fiendish howl threatens the prey to death before the blow falls, so the howl is another thing that's its key feature. The Hidebehind is never found in the open. He always conceals himself behind a tree trunk. He is marvellously quick and has a stealthy gait that makes it possible for him to stay constantly behind his prey, no matter how quickly the suspicious victim may spin about in the hope of catching the marauder. The beast can go 7 years without eating, so that's another fascinating thing about it. You might think, well, if it was killing one woodsman a day, or one hunter a day left, right and centre, people might start getting a little bit suspicious, and they might start coming after it with guns, and even if they wouldn't catch it, some of them might be killed, it might prove a problem for it, they might draw unnecessary attention to themselves. So what do they do when they have to stay absolutely discreet? What do they do when they live in deepest areas where people often don't come for years? Well, it very, very, very slowly digests its victim. It very slowly breaks them down, and it has a camel-like way of surviving on the nutrients it already has inside it, so it doesn't starve to death, it doesn't die, and nothing bad happens to it. So what could this Hidebehind be? Could it be a real creature? Yeah, it's very possible. It could be a jinn, aka a genie, aka a spirit guide, a shape-shifting being of another dimension that lives parallel to us, but also away from us. It could also be someone hearing a roaring mountain lion or a howling dying animal and hearing stories of people who've died in the area of natural causes and then spreading stories that the Hidebehind exists. It could also be a lumberjack tale told by lumberjacks sitting around the fire, drinking, dancing, having a good time. And it could also be a nice little excuse to get absolutely smashed. Think about it this way. You're an alcoholic, you're a woodsman, you're on your own a lot, you want to numb the pain. Would you not tell yourself, hey, I'm doing this for my own good, the Hidebehind will kill me if I don't? But regardless of what the Hidebehind is, it is incredibly fascinating. What do you people think? Have you ever had any distant relatives who've heard of it, who claim they've seen it in their woodland days, who have relatives who have stories of it? Please do leave those comments below. Please leave me comments for suggestions. I upload one of these every day at 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. English time, and I look forward to seeing you on episode 12. See you later.